What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Closing Open Wounds with yours truly. My name is Kalisha. If you haven't been here already, I welcome you and thank you for stopping by. And to my returning cousins, what it do? How you doing, Sweet Pea? Is everything okay? You all right? You good? I'm sure you are. All is well. If it's not right now, it will be. So I am on my way out. I have to run some errands today. And it is a beautiful day. And I had a phone call this morning that prompted this video. And what I want to talk to you today is about growing pains. Why don't we talk about growing pains and how necessary and beneficial that they are when it comes to all forms of relationships? Well, whether it be, in your employment, in the marketplace, in your church, relationally, with your family, your friends, everyone can benefit from growing pains. Now, I know when we hear the word pain, it already has a negative connotation to it. I get it. I don't like pain. I'm sure you don't either. So I understand. But, speaking with a close relative of mine today and just talking about the different things that I have been through in the different stages of my life. And what I told her is that I am not upset about anything that I've been through, whether, my divorces, relationships, anything with family or friends, even in my workplace, anything, I don't regret anything at all. Everything has contributed to the woman I am today. So the good, the bad, the ugly, the indifferent, all of the above has contributed to this woman that every day who is healing. I am healing every day. There are a lot of wounded parts of me. I'm sure you can understand where I'm coming from. If you've ever sat with yourself and have done some introspection of the past relationships that you've encountered and just the people that you've met in general, everything is necessary. And when you take introspection and you look at everything, and if you really think, you're like, what? I've been through a lot. Okay. Life is lifing, and it has been since I've been born. It seems like I have been through a lot of things, a lot of a trauma, a lot of things, stemming from my childhood, not being raised by my parents due to drugs and alcohol, and DYFS stepping in. And if my grandparents didn't come, Lord knows where would me and my siblings be. So all of that stuff has come through. And when I say growing pains, everything is part of growth. And sometimes, most times, I would even dare to say, most times, the growing pains contribute to, yourself, your evolved self, the person that you want to be, not the person you proclaim to be to everyone else, your actual person, the person that you look at in the mirror, And I'm not upset about it. I used to be ashamed of the different things I have been through, especially the divorces. But it made me who I am. Each issue in my life has taught me about me and the things that I need to improve in, and also the things that I should not accept, because now I understand self-love. So, it showed me how to put up boundaries, healthy boundaries, how to know when I've had enough, how to articulate my feelings and verbalize them openly instead of having unspoken expectations. I'm grateful for the growing pains. I know it doesn't feel good. Pain does not feel good. But when you look at the growth that you've done, when you are healing and you recognize that there are some things that you need to do differently to get a better result, when you look back and you're processing through, the pain was worth it. The growing pain It doesn't feel good. But sometimes it takes pain. Unfortunately, us being humans, sometimes we have to feel pain in order to know not to do that again. Us parents, we know that. We have children. We tell them not to touch something. Get away from that. It's too hot. Don't do that. You're going to hurt yourselves. And what do our children do? They turn around and do it anyway. And me being the parent that I am, I'd look at my boys and say, I bet you won't do that again. I told you. And sometimes in this life, especially as Christians, we hit hard places. We hit brick walls. We hit the floor. And sometimes that is necessary for us to understand that, hey, that doesn't work. We need to modify our behavior or our surroundings. This atmosphere doesn't work for my growth. We need to be growing. We need to be evolving. So I wanted to encourage you today to understand growing pains are necessary. Growing pains are necessary. It doesn't feel good, but they are necessary. And what I love about growing pains in a relational aspect is when you have a partner, and even with the ups and downs and the ins and outs, you grow through it. You don't just stay there and you wallow in it. You grow from it. You have your own desires and you have your own opinions of things, but yet you come to the table with respect and you still leave with respect. And then you have a plan, for the future. That is growing pains. We need healthy situations. And that's what that is. So my love, my sweetheart, I don't want you to be aggravated with the growing pains. Even in your spirituality, God may be grabbing you by your neck. You understand? But it's all to make you better. Like when a shepherd has his staff and it has the hook in it to pull the sheep back. Yeah, like I've said before, that I'm sure that doesn't feel good, but it's to protect you. So hey, don't do that again. So even when it comes to our spirituality, growing pains are necessary. I am nowhere near the person I was not even a year ago. God is good. To God be the glory. And I went through some painful things. Past few years, some painful situations, and it had to take pain to help me to grow, to understand that, hey, this doesn't fit. This isn't it. So be encouraged, beloved. I love you guys so, so much. Don't be afraid of the growing pains. You're going to have ups and downs. You're going to have to make some hard decisions. Yes, you are. The best decision is not always the easiest decision to make. Sometimes you have to make some hard decisions because we've come to some conclusions that if we want better, we got to do better. So let's do better. I love you guys. I will see you in the next video. Take care.